money.
Barrino all day. Yo, I love your performance, bro. You put it on.
Man, that wasn't even nothing. That was like improv, and
I gotta say this on camera. Hold on, I was talking about this shit. Let me tell y'all something. Out of all the years that I've been doing this thing, I ain't never, ever see an artist go in like he went in tonight. And when y'all see that footage, y'all gonna know exactly what I'm talking about.
But like the crazy part about it was like improv, and I still didn't really get to maneuver and go in like I really do.
What was your highlight?
Oh man, it was so many. I mean, my highlight really was the beatbox, man. When he got on,
yeah, that was crazy.
You did the Dougie Fresh, you did the Dougie?
Yeah, like I try to organic, you know, those are people who inspired me, you know what I'm saying? So
Razel.
Yeah, like all those guys that you know what I'm saying, we grew up to, I try to organically keep that movement going, you feel what I'm saying? But tie it into the R&B and like the new school hip hop and just give the crowd a gist of everything, because you know, R&B music ain't what it used to be, and you know what I'm saying, hip-hop is definitely taking over, so you have to find a way to fit in. I remember definitely coming to New York, I was a kid, that's when Jodeci first came out, you know, and for those who don't know, you know, that Casey and JoJo are my first cousins, so you know what I'm saying, my mom and dad brought us up, you know what I'm saying, moved us to, we went to and stayed in Astoria, Queens. You know what I'm saying? Was out there playing, you know, baseball.
Queens, hip hop. Yeah. All the hip hop is from Queens, bro.
Right, and so I learned the culture, and then I was able to come back to the South and then go further south and see. So I merged the two because I want to be able to give both sides something that they can, you know, relate to. Virginia always have showed me love, and you know that's what I love about places like Roanoke. If you can get love from the killers and the ratchet niggas, like that's what lets you know, okay, I'm on the right track. I'm a genuine person, because a killer or
we don't give it up easy.
Right, a real nigga or a killer or a nigga that's just a street nigga, they smell. When they smell
that
pussy,
fraud.
Yeah, when they smell it, they gonna call it out. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think about the music today? As far as the industry, how's that going along? Like, how are you coping in this industry?
The industry is bad right now. You know what I'm saying? You have to really be processed. Like, it's a third grade world. So like niggas, cats can really not be singers, and they can get off and sell platinum. Like they can just get on there and hum a melody, which is not nothing wrong with that, because the cats in the streets in the hood can relate to that, you know what I'm saying? There's nothing really wrong with that. But at the same time, when you got a real cat that can croon, you remember the crooners back in the day, that give you that old school feel, they make it hard for us. But it's coming back, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got Take My Sister, #1 album in the country. Ain't nobody really selling records, and for her to do a #1 album in the country.
Let's talk about her. Who is your sister? For those who don't know, let's give up
the one and only soul sister, Fantasia. You know what I'm saying? Stand flat-footed and just sing. And everybody can feel it.
How is it sort of like being her brother? Like, is that have an effect in your career in terms of like being in her shadows? Or
definitely. I mean,
how do you handle that?
Mine was like a double-edged sword, because you talking her and you talking T.I. You know what I'm saying?
So T.I. in the family also.
Yeah. So when we, you know,
what's the family line on that? What's the bloodline there?
Well, you know, I signed with Grand Hustle like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
We still have a family relationship.
Okay.
So, you know, but it was a double-edged sword, because at the end of the day, like, you know, if they make mistakes, and I get burned, you know what I'm saying? But then, you know, I had to end up coming home. I had to find myself. And now, you know, like I teamed up with Wale, you know what I'm saying?
And how's that situation? What's the label called?
Others Records, you know what I mean? And right now, Wale is definitely playing the management role. And I think it was a great fit, because he believed in me from day one. You know what I'm saying? When I didn't believe in myself, he walked up to me and was like, yo, you a star.
What's the concept behind the new song you got? Like,
concept.
You know, the tattoo. What is it?
It's called Followers.
Followers.
The concept behind
Twitter,
that is,
Facebook.
Right.
That what's going on?
It's like it's like everyone's doing the Twitter, the Facebook, being that the internet is so crazy right now, it's easier for you to figure out who you like. You know, it's a lot of people going on the internet and really finding love, or they got, you know, getting a crush. It's basically talking about seeing a chick around in the city, and you just, she's your friend, you following her, and you just kind of watching them. But you don't want all your people to know that you kind of feeling this chick, but at the same time, you know, you kind of putting it out there, hoping she'll see it. So it says I got a crush on one of my followers, hashtag random thought. The hashtag is the pound sign. You know how you, like a trending topic, and then that random thought, instead of putting her name, you just put random thought. The next single is probably gonna be a song we got called No Panties On.
Okay.
But for radio purposes, it's probably gonna be called No Secrets. And that's a dope record that a lot of women have really responded to. They love that record, so.
So introduce yourself for those who don't know.
For those that don't know, it's Wale Coyote.
Yes, and the label, and the label will be?
The label's Others Records. When you put me the O up, that's when I'm representing this shit right here. And that comes from years you got black, white, Hispanic, and you got an other. So we've always checked the others box. Because I don't feel like being in a demographic. I don't feel like you categorizing me, telling me that I'm supposed to like this and like that. Right. We on that other shit with the others click. You understand? We put the O's up. This shit is serious. But back in the day, about 10 years ago, you know what I'm saying? I heard a song called Late in the Evening. And it was on a mixtape called The Realness by my brother Oshabaz. I heard a song, I said, yo, this shit is a sample. Who that sample from? Bro said, no, this is a real live song. These are real singers. I'm like, this bullshit, nobody can hit this. He's like, yo, it's my dudes in High Point got a group named Infinity. Then this dude named Lex, who's from High Point, who was staying with us at the time at the studio, said, yo, I know them, that's the Barrinos. I said, man, this shit ain't no real people. That shit is a sample. Ain't nobody sing that good out here. So then I met up with Rico's cousin, which was a twin, and they was selling tickets for this show for Infinity at Candlelights. It's RIP to the club, no longer exists. But we go to Candlelights, and I see them perform. This motherfucker got like 300 chicks singing his songs word for word. I got this shit on videotape. That in the middle of the performance, he says, yo, shout outs to my baby sis Fantasia. She's getting ready to go on American Idol, y'all support her. Not one person in the world, not nobody. I'm not even talking about Big Mike, Eric, all y'all motherfuckers, y'all know. Not even me, I ain't know who Fantasia was. I just said, man, who the fuck is these dudes on stage rocking? So when he gets off the stage, I said, yo, Reek, that shit was crazy. You gonna be a big star, you big. And bro looked at me and said, oh, word? Or some crazy shit and just walked off. Definitely played me, right?
Humble.
It's all good. I ain't even mad at the time.
Like, who the fuck are you?
Yeah, no, like, he was like, oh, you like that P? Appreciate it, bro. And walked off. I said, what's that, fucking Michael Jackson? The Prince? I said, God damn. When I tell you, this dude was one of the biggest stars. You ever met somebody knew there was a star from the beginning? Like me and Michael Jordan in Wilmington. Or Biggie in Brooklyn back before he met Puff. Like, this is somebody who you saw got natural talent. People love him.
Like Seven.
Sevens is more like Nino Brown. Like New Jack City. I felt like Rono was like the Carter. I don't know what he does for a living, but I'm saying that's how they treat him. You feel me?
Damn.
I don't know. I don't know. We walk by, kids are shining their shoes, old people praying for favors, people praying for forgiveness. I don't fucking know. We bringing out $7,000 bottles. The White Club 202's got
the biggest bottle we ever fucking seen.
Clear the way. Seven's here. The police are dapping us up. I don't fucking know, bro.
You just here. We just give love.
You know, if
we
it
just
was
spread love. That's it.
Word and Seven.
We just like to have fun, like Seven said. We just like to have fun.
That's why I come in the room though. When I know he here, shout out to Sharif.
You already know.
You know what I'm saying? When he in the building,
Obey, that's my brother. Obey. You alright, Obey, bow down. Others in the building. 7 Entertainment in the building. DJ LO in the building. Big Sid in the building.
You know we here.
If it ain't moving like this, it ain't shit. That's it.